How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. I hope everybody's doing well, and I appreciate everybody that takes time to watch my videos. Most of my life I lived in Florida, which is a very gun-friendly state. And in 2018, there was the Parkland mass shooting. And at that time, they put together a commission to come up with ways to try to stop things like that from happening. And two things that they came up with that were very controversial was red flag laws and making it so you have to be at least 21 or older to be able to purchase any firearms. And now that Florida has seen the error of their ways, they're wanting to change the law that makes it so you have to be 21 years of age or older to purchase a firearm. So if you're 18, 19, or 20 years old, you can't purchase one. And there's other states going through this right now. And just recently, an appellate court in Florida ruled in an 8-4 decision that it is constitutional to ban 18 and 19 and 20-year-olds from purchasing firearms. But also in the ruling, which makes no sense at all, that those people in that age range between 18 and 20 years old can possess a firearm and they can be gifted a firearm, but they can't purchase one? That makes no sense whatsoever. But it gets even weirder. When Chief Judge William Pryor wrote in his decision, the Florida law is consistent with a regulatory tradition in why and how it burdens the right to minors to keep and bear arms. What the hell is the judge talking about? 18, 19, and 20-year-olds are not minors. Where are they getting this crap from? He continued on with saying, because minors have yet to reach the age of reason, the Florida law prohibits them from purchasing firearms, but it allows them to receive firearms from their parents or other responsible adults. But like I said, the huge problem is anyone 18 years or older are not minors. In the state of Florida, when you turn 18, you're an adult. Your parents no longer have to take care of you. You can move out of the house. They can vote, they can get married, sign a contract, serve in the military. But they can't purchase a firearm, but they can be gifted one? How outrageous is that? Just imagine if there was a single mother who was 18, 19, or 20 years old and doesn't have any parental support and lives on her own with her child. She wouldn't be able to purchase a firearm to be able to protect herself and her young child. But if somebody was 18, 19, or 20 years old and lived at home, they could be gifted a firearm and they could possess it. And in 1791, when the Second Amendment was ratified, it was normal for an 18-year-old to have a musket, and sometimes even younger, because people who were part of militias were expected to bring their own muskets. So of course you would think that at that time, people that were 18 or years or older were able to purchase muskets as well. The courts are supposed to apply the history and tradition test to make the rulings in Second Amendment cases. And in this case, this Florida court screwed up royally. And there were no founding era laws prohibiting young adults from purchasing firearms at all. And how can the court justify that 18, 19, and 20-year-olds are considered minors? And because they can possess and be gifted a firearm, they're somehow not infringing on their Second Amendment rights. And I guess the only thing we can think of is the 8 that voted for this and came up with this ridiculous decision is that they're Democrats. And most likely they were either appointed by Obama or Biden. But there also might be a bright side to this whole thing. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Florida lawmakers are considering repealing this law. And since there's a Republican governor and there's a majority of Republicans in the House and the Senate, there shouldn't be any problem repealing this law. And Florida lawmakers should take action on this as soon as possible. I really would like to hear your guys' thoughts on what the judge wrote, saying that the 18, 19, and 20-year-olds are minors and they can't purchase firearms, but they can possess them and they can be gifted one. And as always, I appreciate everybody that supports the channel and those that watch my videos every time I post them. And I invite all of you to come back and watch my next video.